the New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Miami 19!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Joe Mixon looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on third. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession, and he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Allen. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen, and that's complete to Adams. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The kickoff. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And Adams has it, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. On first down, Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jerome Baker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way.
And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. They're throwing 2 touchdown passes. That's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Allen off the play fake. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 2nd down. It's Wheeler, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The Bills on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. Refusing to go down. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen. He's got his man. This is Tate. That's good for 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's caught here by Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. This throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll run on first down. Wheeler, room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So we've reached halftime in it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly into numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Allen now looks to throw. He completes it to Tate. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Wheeler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, baby.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Looking to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Come on, fellas.
Now back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Bills on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Wheeler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Garrett. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll set up the throw. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone.
That's it, baby.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Bills. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down. It's Wheeler, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a game of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points